Okay, we're back. So the phone went out due to overheat exposure. At least that's what it said. You know me. I tend to always believe that higher forces are at work. But nevertheless, High Priest is going to jump back into her message. If you were bumped off during our live, welcome you back. This message is probably for you.
So, jumping back into the energy, like I said, you know, this could be an energy just lingering from your past here, divine being. But Spirit is really wanting you to, you know, go within and find what is the low vibrational part of yourself that allows these energies in, you know, so that you no longer have to keep living in defense and protection mode, right? Like that kind of energy. Because, you know, I feel like once you really grasp what it is that allows you to, you know, attract these energies and be attracted to these energies, it's really going to help you get to the next phase, the next chapter in your journey here. Okay? Yeah, we have the star because you are a star. Okay? So, you know, like I said, a star is always a star, right? Whether you recognize that you're a star or not, this is what Spirit says you are. You are a star seed, right? So it's like, you know, divinity gives you, divinity, you know, gives you room to grow and, you know, allows you to make mistakes and allows you to figure these things out. But I feel like, you know, you're becoming more spiritually mature here, okay? And, you know, I feel like with the star being here, it's very important for you to keep your faith, right? Very important for you to recognize that you are on a divine journey, a divine path. You know, understanding that faith over fear, harmony, balance, like that kind of energy, you know, not pouring into cups that you can't pour back out of, right? Like that kind of energy. But yeah, this is the energy of like, you know, someone wanting to off you, right? Like spiritually, mentally, physically. We have the Queen of Swords here. You could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that I'm speaking to, okay? Or this could be the person that, you know, there could be a Virgo, you know, defending themselves from this Queen of Swords, right? But the Four of Wands is here in the reverse, so it's like you could be feeling very unstable right now, divine being. But, you know, I feel like before you find stability, you know, it appears to feel unstable, but I feel like, you know, it could be really in your mind here, okay? There could be someone getting a divorce here with the Four of Wands in the reverse, okay? There could be someone that's no longer happy with their home, okay? There could be someone just wanting to move is what I'm picking up. But there is an energy that you have defeated. You know, it's like you're at the first stage of defeat, right? And it's addressing these issues within yourself, you know. But I feel like it's going to take a lot more healing and shadow work, you know. And with this Hermit card sitting here, it's screaming to me to keep working on yourself, right? Keep working on yourself. Yeah, there's a fast energy coming into you with the Eight of Wands. Okay, someone could even be like trying to call you or text you out of the blue. And Spirit is saying, you know, be careful of this energy. Okay, it's like, you know, if you keep picking a scab over and over again, it'll never freaking heal, right? It's like that kind of energy. Someone could definitely be traveling or thinking about moving right now. Okay, I'm picking up like a relocation out of state. somewhere closer to the water. You could be thinking about moving to Florida. Okay. Yeah, I'm picking up Florida heavy. What's this message? Yeah, look, the 8 of Cups just flew out because exactly, you're in a spiritual transformation. Okay, so you know, we already talked about this. A lot of things just can't go with you. I'm talking about even your own attitude, right? Even your own mindset, the way you think. You know, it's like right now you're, you know, the eight of Cups. This journeyman is actually traveling uphill. That means he's being elevated, spiritually ascending, right? It's like that kind of energy, finding strength from a higher source, right? It's like, you know, humans can't give you exactly what you need right now because you're on a divine path, so it's going to have to include the Most High. It's going to take for your connection to remain silent, right? It's like that kind of energy. It's going to take for you to really block out these energies that push you away from your divine path here. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll pull a few more.
Yeah, then I'm going to jump in with the ancestors. Got a beautiful spread from them going on over here.
Look, and we got the 10 of Wands that came out in the reverse. So, you know, at one time you could be feeling like every responsibility was on you. You know, you could be feeling like you're the only responsible person around you. You could have been feeling like, you know, when is God going to come in and help me? Like that kind of energy. But a lot of times when we feel like God is not there to help us is because we don't have our heart really truly open, right? It's like we're not really willingly ready to receive whatever advice or energy that the divine really wants us to be in. See, because a lot of times us as humans, we want to do things for our own instant gratification. You know, we become so impatient. We want things right away. And when the divine has a plan for us and we can't see exactly what's happening, we become frustrated. But with the 10 of Wands in reverse, I feel like, you know, honestly, you have ancestors that have come in and they have been whispering to you. I'm hearing whispering to you, okay? I feel like, you know, lately you've been really even catching yourself, like noticing little things that the ancestors have been doing, okay? I feel like there's someone also, the ancestors have moved something in your home, okay? They have moved something around in your home. It could be on your altar, or they could be like trying to reach for some water. You could be needing to put out some water for your ancestors. I'm picking up someone's thirsty here. Yeah. But the 10 of Wands is in reverse. So it's like, you know, you don't have to carry everything by yourself. Spirit is really wanting you to, like I said, with this Virgo energy Hermit card, you know, to go within, and you won't go without, literally, because you have everything. See, you are a star. It's like, this energy, no one can take from you, okay? This energy is what you were born to be. You could even be like a social media influencer is what I'm picking up, okay? You could just be someone that, you know, people are very attracted to your aura, right? It's like everywhere you go, people just love you because you literally do have a great, genuine personality. But I feel like you let a lot of energies interfere with who you naturally, truly are. I feel like Spirit is also wanting me to say, don't derail away from who you are, right? Sometimes we can pick up the energy of other people, and I feel like Spirit is saying individuality here, okay? Make sure you stay your unique self, right? Because literally there is nobody that can do it better than you. But, you know, divine being, right now, you are battling things from your past, but you're conquering. It's like you're moving forward here. Okay, you're moving forward here, but don't forget, as you move forward, you have to constantly work on yourself in the inside, okay? Because you are a star, but you probably don't feel like it right now. You probably don't feel like it right now, but I feel like things are really about to turn around for you. The more you really open up your spiritual eye and allow the divine in, you know, really understanding that your ancestors, the high vibrational ones, are here to guide you, okay? A lot of the challenges that we go through, you know, the ancestors have already been through it, so they can, you know, aid and assist us in these situations. And we do have the Lovers card here. Gemini energy. You could be a Gemini. Okay, but with the Lovers card here, I feel like it's speaking about self-confidence, right? Being confident in your faith. Okay? Being confident that the divine will really provide anything that you need, right? Being confident that, you know, love really wins, right? Like that kind of energy. But this overall is a pretty good spread. I would just say, you know, you don't have to search for truth and clarity, because what's done in the dark always comes to light. And I feel like Spirit is always going to reveal what Spirit wants you to know here. So, you know, get out of your head. I don't know why I want to say Virgo. Get out of your head. Okay? Get out of your head and just continue to press forward. You know, leave these energies from the past behind you, because it's like it's putting you back in a cycle. It's like, you know, it's like going back in the washing machine. You know, it's like if you started your washing machine backwards, right? You were on the rinse cycle and then you go to the wash, right? It's like that kind of energy. That's what I got for y'all.
Okay, everyone. Time to tap in these ancestors. So I laid a spread out. And before I get into the spread, I want to read something that I was looking at. And these are previous writings, but I feel like the energy is applicable right now. Fear will stagnate you on so many levels of existence and can lead to so much disalignment that the you in other realms will begin to disassociate themselves with the you from this realm. And then it can begin to show up as lunacy. So, you know, we all design with a certain type of energy. And a lot of the energy of our design is past life energy and present life energy, right? So that's you that's existing on other realms. Now, as we go through life and we reach for our North Node, we begin to be multi-dimensional beings where we begin to associate with the energy and recognize it. And you know, we bring it all together. That's what we're striving to do. Now, when you begin to live your life according to fear, it becomes so stagnant. Let's just say in your past life energy, you was a leader. And in this life, you having trouble leading. Well, if you let that fear rest on you, the energy of your past life, it will disassociate itself with you. Meaning that part of your energetic field, it'll leave. You ever seen somebody walking around the street and they suffer from like lunacy? A lot of that is because the energy is distorted. They begin to lose parts of themselves. The alignment of oneself. See, true alignment, it consists of past life, present, and future energies about yourself, right? So when you feel fear coming on, it's a false expectation that appears to be real. Kind of trying to brush it off. And also, if you don't have the instinct to die for it in the physical, you won't die to it in the spirit either. So it's like if you're a person and you're dealing with, let's just say you in life and you on your purpose. If you don't have the energy of I'm going to die for this, right? Literally, right? I mean, not saying that you will have to, but you want to be consistent with that energy, because if you feel that you stand on some business that you'll die about in the physical, it becomes easier to die in spirit when you're dealing with it. To die to self about the matter. Because things that you know, once again, it goes back to fear. When you step into this world or this purpose or this journey, right? It's like Paul said, you have to be willing to die daily. Like, it's like a part of you going to die, that a newer part of you can reemerge. This happens on a daily. If you're afraid of that and you won't do that, then spiritually you won't do it either. Like, you won't. That's a lot, even with habit breaking. It's like, we all struggle with our habits and our vices. When you get the energy of, I'm gonna leave this thing alone if it's the death of me, right? I mean, if I gotta die without it, I'll die without it. When you get that kind of energy, it moves in the spirit. It translates as spiritual strength, and it shows up in the spirit realm, because once again, the energy of spirit lies in your intent. There's nothing that you can hide from spirit. It all shows up in your intention. Who you are, what you aim to do, what you claim to be, all of these things, they're going to run through. They reach spirit with the intent behind them. If you don't have the intent behind it, it won't reach. So let me jump into this reading. Off top, I pulled the Magician in the reading. Now, this is an ancestral reading. I pulled the Magician card in the reverse to the Sun card in the reverse. These are low vibrational ancestors right here. They are major arcanas. My major arcanas are always a representation of powerful ancestral energies. So these are very, very low vibrational energies, right? They came out first. You got the Sun in reverse, and you got the Magician in reverse. Next, we have the Knight of Cups, right? Now, this energy is a valiant energy. Like, I particularly love the Knight of Cups, especially on this card. As you can see, he's bringing flowers. So this energy is a fast-moving energy in the ancestral realm. And what it brings forth is the High Priestess energy. The High Priestess is a very powerful, upright, high vibrational ancestor. And I see what's happening here. Seeing this reading is conducive to what I've been talking about. September the 2nd is the Bhadrapada Amavasya energy, where we want to honor the ancestors and begin to get in contact with them. See, with these two low vibrational energies, this what's been running the world, y'all. See, it's like people been using the new moon energy for ages on end. Like I said, in a baneful way, in a way that society doesn't know, humanity doesn't even know, right? The Magician, see, is in reverse. The Knight of Cups to the High Priestess to the world, that's the ancestors bringing in the change real fast, right? Real fast. Like, you can feel the energy of the ancestors all around. If you tap in, it's like almost to the degree of them saying they tired of being represented in a baneful and dark way, right? Because you got to realize the upper world and the underworld, they have correlation. It's not what we taught heaven and hell. That's not that. These are kingdoms, right? The underworld is a kingdom. The upper world is a kingdom, right? They very much move in unison. The authorities in the underworld, they get their stamp from the upper world, right? So with this being present, it's like you have baneful ancestors, then a Knight of Cups energy, bringing a change. High Priestess to the world, to the judgment. That's how we know something going down. See, all these are major arcanas. Like this is major. I got the Judgment to the Five of Swords. That's the ancestors. They fighting. Right? And at the end, it's the Devil in reverse. So basically what's going on in this spread is pretty much self-explanatory. The ancestors are doing a shift. They bringing forth a very, very powerful wave of, it feels like magneticism to me. Like, it feels like it's just a magnetic pull towards the energy of the ancestors right now. Like, and it's been around. I've been speaking about it all year. But now, because see, September the 2nd and October the 2nd, September the 2nd is the one Amavasya where we get in touch with the end. But see, the Ash Winter Amavasya, right? I gotta remember these words, y'all. The Ash Winter Amavasya is about getting in touch with the ancestors that you do know and the ones that you don't know. That's October the 2nd. So you want to come out on September the 2nd, get under that moon, get that energy, have your intentions already set right. So when it leads to October the 2nd, you can really step into that level. Like, I'm telling you, there's a lot that goes into this, but yet it's simple. It's not really as complicated as it seems. Like the cards are showing you what's going on. When you see the devil in reverse, judgment to the 5 of swords, that's like the energy of Archangel Michael putting a sword in the devil. See, the devil's in reverse. Archangel Michael is upright. This is like the war in heaven playing out again. You see what I'm saying? From an ancestral standpoint. I say the names that we familiar with. I could go to speaking in Egypt and talking about what's going on and translate it from an Egyptian standpoint. And it would pretty much say the same thing, right? The big boy energies are around from the underworld, right? This is a soulish thing. When we dealing with the moon, you got to realize, non-ether beings, we gather from the sun. And we toil from the sun. It fuses our energetic perspective. The moon, it does too. But the moon is not meant to sustain us because the moon energy really belongs to the ancestors. Yeah, it really does. And this is why they siphon the power out of the moon to do so many different black magic and occultic tricks on humanity alone. They manifest false abundance. They do energy harvest and sacrifices. All these different types of things that affect the atmosphere. So while it may not be aimed at you, it very much affects the world that you live in. So the ancestors are bringing us knowledge through people like myself. They kind of trying to speed us up so we can really get up to par. So it's important, remember, on September the 2nd, get yourself some white candles, make some food so you can set it out, get some libations. You know, I know this might not be conventional for you. This might seem a little bit odd and weird, but this is for people who really locked into their journey, soul tribe, like people who really want to know just how far this human experience can go. Like the energy of the Most High, it's a complex energy. It's not like it can be taught one way by one minister. You have to begin to look at humanity as a whole to understand the true energy and power of what God is. See, every culture put their own face on God. It's not about that. A lot of times our ancestral rhythms are so entwined. Like, if you do Ancestral.com, chances are you're going to have at least 3 to 4 nations in your bloodline. And they're going to be in direct parallel to one another, like Africa and Ireland. You know, it may show up on your blood chart. And it's because ancestral energy is different. It doesn't bear a race. It's not about a skin color, right? You know, the energy of Hebrews says to be compassed about by such a great cloud of witnesses. This is many different energies under one ancestral energy. People who believe like you believe are your ancestors. People who tied into your blood, they are your ancestors. How we get in contact with them and how we establish relationship with them, it's important in moving forward in your journey. Acknowledging them, knowing that they exist, knowing that they are there, right? They want me to pull like 3 more cards. So, but like I said, it's clear to see what's going on. In the soulish aspect, the ancestors, they putting the devil on the run, so to speak. Right? And this is a concept. Like, when I say devil, I'm speaking about demonic energy, right? Not a little man running around with horns on. We're speaking about an energy, right? The ancestors are fighting back certain energies. 10 of Wands, right? That's maximum force, y'all. So when I say that they fighting, 10 of Wands, it's a card that can be burdens, but it also can be maximum force and pressure that's applied. Like 10 of Wands is when you putting your all into it. So I feel like somebody need to leave out a candle and some water for your ancestors because they really working hard. Even their favorite food. C5, Page of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting from this card right here, I don't want to show it due to nudity. But the Page of Swords on this card, it has 2 arrows through her breastplate, right? Which is indicative of a sorrowful heart. The Page of Swords is an immature energy, is a rather young type of energy. With it being in reverse, it's kind of like the ancestors are kind of like dropping a different type of knowledge and wisdom right now. It's putting that immature side of ourselves in reverse. You know, the side where we don't really know nothing that's really going on in the world. We don't really know how the energy is really being affected. We just kind of like moving around robotic, as if in stool pigeons. Well, that kind of energy is like, it's being put in reverse. The ancestors, there's not no childish business going on, first of all. So the page really doesn't bear any significance or substantiality in this reading. Not this page energy, not the page energy. There's too many major arcanas out here on the board. It's like really, it's really going down on the soul plane, y'all. The High Priestess is that card, and I was speaking about the energy of Tefnut, the desert goddess, who's kind of spearheading this Amavasia energy, this shift, this restoration. Then looks what comes out, the Hierophant with the High Priestess. I see the Lovers in reverse. A new thing is being established. You got the Hierophant and the High Priestess out here from the ancestral realm. So that's kind of like Anubis and Bastet kind of energy. It's like I'm saying, all the big judges are out here. The major arcanas are out here. And with the Lovers being in reverse, see, it's like, I'm feeling like, let me clarify it before I just jump out and speak about it. 8 of Pentacles. Lovers in reverse to the 8 of Pentacles. And I'm absolutely saying, see, this 8 of Pentacles is a representation of hard work, ancestors working hard, putting out the energy for self-mastery. With the Lovers being in reverse, it's kind of the normal being broken. What we used to put our faith in, what we used to love, what we used to deem solid, what we used to even say was God, is all changing now. No, we're not changing our faith or none of that. We still believe in the Most High. But we understand now that the energy of God, it doesn't breathe forth a sense of entitlement. It's like, it's not for me to stand over here with Jesus and look at you and say you wrong for sitting down with Muhammad. None of those energies are irrelevant. Love is called in reverse. See, we love contention about religion. The ancestors are here putting all of that in reverse. It's time for oneness. It's time for people to learn to respect the dynamic of other people's belief systems and find God in it, even your God, right? Because, truth be told, I'm over here. Let's say I'm over here with the energy of this deity, right? This deity, this is my deity. Now, does that mean that I should not correlate with all other deities across the nation, land, universe, or whatever? Well, what type of deity would that make me? Very imbalanced. Because we're talking about universal energy. So when the energy is universal, everybody should be looking upon everybody to learn from them, not to critique them. Lovers in reverse to the 8 of Pentacles. It's time to work, y'all. You understand? It's not time to be in the energy of, well, that's wrong, and what they say ain't right, and what they standing on wrong, and that's demonic. All that's irrelevant. It's bigger things going on. It's a time to look upon diverse cultures, subcultures, and begin to see God in them. Like you see God in your thing, see God in their thing. It's going to bring you to a mesh point. And that's what the ancestors want. Because it's too many of us actually walking around with mixed up energy, right? How you going to have an African ancestral so rich in your face, right, but don't know who the Orisha are? How you going to have a Slavic descent, Bulgarian features, you know, Hungarian stride, and you don't know who Mokash is or Perun is? You don't know how you're going to be, how you're going to have features from Athens and you don't know about the Greek pantheon, right? See, it's a lot of us, we have a blood that bonds us to a certain type of energetic code, if you will. And what we do, we turn around and we walk opposite to that. We never tap into what it really is with us. We give what somebody, we take what somebody give us, and we limit ourselves. We say, well, I got this energy. They told me God was this, so I guess this is where the buck stopped. The ancestors want us to do away with that. It's nonsensical. This is what got the world limited. This is what got the world at war. This is what got people looking upon each other. This is the seed of racism. You hear me? Divide the deities, create the racism. How about it? Look, if the energy of God comes down as a oneness and a wholeness, right? Then we could say, once we divide that and begin to put a face on it from this corner, a face on it from that corner, a face on it from that corner of the world, you got 4 faces on one energy, right? Now, that's cohesion, right? That's alignment. But it becomes disalignment when each of those 4 faces begin to claim entitlement over the whole oneness of the energetic perspective and they start fighting, right? You fight God right out of it. So that's the kind of energy that we've been in around the world. Love is in reverse. We've been loving contention. We call it standing in our truth or standing up for what we believe in. It's not. It's fighting against what you believe in. You say you believe in God, right? God saves all nations, all faces, and all creeds. He resonates. She resonates. It resonates. The divine. So let's begin to move out of the energy of contention. Love is in reverse to the 8 of Pentacles. Let's start working. 2 of Swords. Upright. So it's time to make that decision, y'all. It's time to make a decision about where you stand with spirit, with your ancestors. How you going to begin to look at this thing and understand that it all correlates. There's nothing broken up, you know. The underworld, the upper world. You bear both of those energetic perspectives in you. It doesn't matter how light you think you are. You bear energy from the underworld. It doesn't matter how dark you think you are. You bear energy from the upper world. It's that simple. I seen a brother post something that says, we become what we are fascinated by. I have a tendency to believe that to a certain degree. What are you fascinated by? Are you fascinated by the darkness and energies from the darkness, low vibrational energies? Or are you fascinated by the lightness? The energy that sees beyond the veil. The energy of refinement and healing. It's up to you to make a decision. 2 of Swords. To the 6 of Swords. Which means that they're moving us. We are moving on to calmer waters. You know what calmer waters are? When I think about the ancestors, they're moving us into our gifts. Clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairalience, right? Clairempathy, right? Super, you know, I love clairempathetics because I have, you know, High Priestess is like a clairempathetic. Like me, I'm an empathetic to a certain degree, but I also had to work towards that because I come from a rather narcissistic environment, right? Where I was an empath, but I adapted a lot of narcissistic ways because I didn't know who I was. Now, when I got with high priestess, this is a clear empathetic, a person that can feel the world perspective. You know, like when we move around, it always like this with people in relation to us. Because she's real heightened in her empathetic structure through the clairs, it spills out to humanity. So let's say if we are doing a delivery or whatever. Sometime when we pull up, she'll say, you stay in the car, I'm going to get out. And you know why? Because she's aware that from an energetic perspective, I don't resonate like she does in the department of being empathetic, right? People can feel her empathy. When she gets out, people are drawn to her, right? People look at me a little bit as being kind of edgy and mystical, right? Soon they find, okay, he does do light work. But with her, it screams empathy, right? And this is where the ancestors are moving us with this Six of Swords energy into the fundamentalism of our clairs, beginning to understand how to contact with them, how to have communication with them, how to be in touch with them, to know when it's them or to know when it's not them, right? So the Six of Swords, look at it, you know, it's moving on. It means moving to a better place, a more calm place, where we can achieve individual peace. There's so many of us walking around and peace has been stolen. That's the enemy's, that's his whole mission, to steal peace away from each and every individual in the world. We all have an energy with us that's designed to steal peace from the demonic. So the more we work hard at it, imagine I grip some peace, you grip some peace, she grips some peace, he grips some peace, then we stick it all together, and now look, we working with peace. We building now. We creating an energetic field that's peaceful and conducive to peace. That's what the ancestors are trying to help us with. See, the world lies in turmoil, and a lot of it comes from this baneful energy that the magicians to the sun in reverse. See, the low vibrational ancestors, they've been summoned so many years, man. Put forth in the world, put forth type of baneful, negative aspects of life that we keep running into, can't progress, can't get ahead, stagnant, poverty, right? Did you know poverty is a spirit? Yeah, poverty is a spirit that's sent. You know, poverty is designed, y'all. It's a, they set forth, they call it the projects, right? What do you think they was designing? Why is it called the project? They were designing poverty, y'all. Poverty is a spirit. They were making an environment for poverty to exist in, and they called it a project, the projects. Same type of energy. In every project environment all around the world, what spirit lingers? Poverty. The spirit of impoverishment. And the first way to make a nation truly reside in poverty is to take away what? Their ancestral inheritance. That's the real money, y'all. Because as above, so below, right? You tap into the energy of your gifts and your ancestral inheritance, it's going to spill forth from that dimension straight into this dimension. It's going to amount to riches, abundance, money, all of those things. So they came and stole that from us. Why? We don't know who our ancestors is. We don't know that they here. We don't know that they talking to us. Half of us don't even believe in them. And the other half of us, we believe that that's demonic. And it always amazes me how the people that label things demonic fight with the biggest demons ever and don't even see it. Again, the people who label everything demonic, when you look into it, they always fighting with the biggest demons. So I'm going to pull one more and I'm done, and that's the Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. Okay? So the ancestors, they pretty much speaking. Then you got the Empress card, right? To the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. So, I mean, it's looking good, y'all. September the 2nd. That's all I can say to you. September the 2nd, get yourself together. We're going to be speaking about it. We can guide you through it. We all would like to be live that night. You know, we're going to have a designated time. We just going to rock out under the moon, y'all, you know. Bhadrapada Amavasia energy. We're going to go out there and absorb it. Connect with our ancestors. See our clay is strengthened. See our powers really come on. Right? Really, really tap in to what life is all about. So that was your reading. I hope that it resonated. We'll see you all a little bit later. We want to thank you for the spiritual donations. They're going a long way. Helping us get things for the podcast. This is a wonderful energy, and all of the people that we're in contact with on a daily basis, in regular and real life, in real time. We appreciate you all. And yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much a wrap. Love you all. Amen, Ashe, as well as amen. God bless you.